Hi Scorpio, welcome to your mid-September 2018 the Harsh Truth reading, where we take a look at a romantic love situation, although it might resonate otherwise. This is intended for romantic love, but I've had people in the past say, actually that's about my kids, or it's a work situation, things like that. So anyway, it's about getting clarity on a situation that you might be stuck on. Taking a look at just maybe a perspective you haven't considered before, maybe a nudge, maybe just that clarity that you've been looking for. Maybe you've already known it and you just need that confirmation, and this just fell out. Just saying. All right, so maybe somebody's fighting for what they believe in. Maybe this is, you're thinking maybe this is a test of faith. Just saying. All right. Check your moon, rising, and Venus for a more well-rounded reading, because this starts off general and does get specific, and it may resonate at first and then stop resonating. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force it. What else? I think that's it. I shuffle off camera so as not to disturb the cloth or mess with the mic. All right. This is for Scorpio. Oh, I did say I shuffled off camera. Okay. Ooh, some clarity about the situation. Okay. Maybe victory is imminent. New idea, fresh idea, clear-headed. See that? Yes. Okay. All right. So the general part of the reading. So, sometimes this means like kind of being on edge and really super irritable and just like, oh, there's no end in sight. Where's that light at the end of the tunnel? This Scorpio actually feels like you're wanting, like, because of this, you've had clarity. It's like an end to feeling like you're on the defensive. It's like you're letting go of that. You're feeling resilient again. You're feeling like, okay, we can talk about this. It's about having gone through it, but still showing up to have that compassionate conversation, maybe to work towards a resolution, or to lay down the swords. I know this is wands, but to stop the fighting, to come to a truce. Okay, so maybe that. Okay, so that's what you want. What you don't want is, you don't want it to be about watching and waiting to see who does what, and then that depends on what kind of communication you're going to have. You don't want it to be almost passive aggressive. Okay, and what's true is that there's probably going to be, at the very least, delays in planning. It could be that planning is halted altogether, or future plans with this person are halted altogether. There's at least going to be delays or frustration. All right, so what you want to happen, oh boy, what's going on there? This typically speaks to somebody that's moody, maybe volatile, maybe emotionally manipulative or controlling, codependent, that sort of thing. What you don't want to happen is for somebody to throw you under the bus, or to just to have it to be about fighting or winning at all costs and throwing you under the bus and you don't want that betrayal. Looks like what's going to happen is maybe you realize that you're not going to be happy. Maybe that's what it is. That this is not what's going to make you happy, I should say. This worries me. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces right here, but this is, like I said, somebody that might be volatile, moody, controlling, emotionally manipulative, martyr, codependent, that sort of thing. It could just be somebody that's not emotional about things. That's just, they might be very well grounded, but they're not emotional. We shall see. Let's clarify this. Okay. So I think this speaks to, after whatever happened, whatever shakedown happened, it probably led to a more secure probably made you feel more secure. Hence the being able to come to the table and have that compassionate conversation. You know what I mean? Like to approach it with compassion, have that clear-headed communication, focused on stability and what to do for the future. Okay, so that's what you want to think has happened. Okay, what you don't want to happen, what you don't want to be true, is that it's just about waiting. There's a secret agenda. There's all this unknown mystery, and you're going to get disappointed because it's just all about kind of watching and waiting in that passive aggressive matching behavior, tit for tat, and somebody's keeping secrets, and it just leads to disappointment. You don't want that. You don't want that to be true. You want this to be true. That yeah, we've been through it, but it's just going to lead to greater stability. It's just going to make us stronger, you know? This could be Taurus, by the way. This could be Scorpio. I still don't know. This might be Scorpio too with that whole inner. Well, I'll have to see. Hang on, I can check right now. Pisces, it looks like. Looks like that's Pisces. High Priestess could be Pisces. Could be Scorpio. All right. What is true is that you feel like you're at a stalemate, or that you're kind of trapped because somebody might not be on the up and up with you. They might not be telling you the truth. They might be withholding conversation, talking to you, giving you the silent treatment. This could be somebody that's manipulative, even tyrannical, like verbally abusive, makes you feel trapped and imprisoned, and it definitely makes you afraid of planning for the future with this person. That's what's really going on. While you wanted it to be like, okay, all of this has to be for a purpose, can we just get to a deeper understanding, a deeper level of connection? And it looks like that's not the case here. Is if at the very least there is not clear communication going on, and it makes you feel like you don't know which way to turn or where to go. It's like maybe you're feeling isolated now because you don't know what to do, and it's like you're starting to shut down. Okay, so what you want to happen is for somebody to get some sense knocked into them and stop being so GD emotional and controlling and manipulative and just escalating all the dang time. And you want to have productive, clear communication with the thought and the hope of it being able to contribute to a brighter future, like moving forward. You're tired of the mind games. Honestly, you're tired of the games. You want a radical change, or at least the beginning. Like, tell me something good. Tell me something new and something good, and can we work on the future? Do we have to keep going over what happened in the past? For God's sakes, can we move on? Can we get some clarity here? What you don't want to happen is, like I said, you don't want to break up this home you've got with this person, or this legacy, this long-standing relationship, this connection. There's definite connection here. These are tens. These are tens, right? So this is talking about maybe there's financial loss at stake. You certainly don't want that. Maybe there's just overall. We got this right here. We got this isolation cards right here. You don't want it to be to where you're cut off, to where they make it so that it's untenable for you to stay, that you give up the stability, at least that you thought you had with this person. And we're back to this again. This is right here. So what you wanted to be true, in reality, it's kind of the opposite, or you don't want that to happen, I should say. It's not that it's true. You don't want it to happen. You don't want to get thrown under the bus and all of that. Well, basically, your feeling of security or stability with this person and perhaps the home that you share to be put in jeopardy. But you're feeling like you're about done. You're really defensive, and you're really like on edge because it's just like this deluge. You got two reversed kings here. All right, you're out because like this is third party situation. Maybe even they met somebody at work, or they're not working. Okay, maybe the work that you're putting into it is not worth it's too much work. You can't do it all. It's almost like it's all on you to maintain this relationship, to make this insecure person happy, to make it so that they don't escalate, you know. This could be man or woman. It's gender fluid here, but the point is, whoever you're with, this person, it's too much. It is simply too much work, and you're not happy. And I think you just realize that. I think that's what this clarity is about. You were hoping that, you know, this would clear the air and you could have that talk. Looks like it might have just made them more entrenched in how they are, more stubborn, more emotionally feeling insecure, unstable, feeling like you need to fix it for them, or now they even have more questions and you have to make me feel better about this. And trying to get these chunks of and the cards to break up here. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. You know, it's funny that this came up because some of you out there are actually those still waters run deep. And I know Scorpios have kind of like some of, you know, oh, their hell hath no fury and this and that. But there's also a very deep well of compassion and love and kindness, right? Problem is that when somebody tramples on that, then that's when you see the bad side of Scorpio. But can you really blame them? I mean, honestly. So anyway, practice compassion, see things from a different perspective. I feel like maybe that's what this is. And this is also about being compassionate to yourself, because you can look at someone and go, wow, you know, you're really escalating here. You got a lot of emotions or whatever, but you don't have to take it, especially if it's uncalled for. Like if you're being blamed for stuff that is not you, that you wouldn't do, that it's not part of your character, whatever. If they, you know, okay, I see you need to deal with that, but I'm not going to sit around here and be a whipping boy or a doormat, you know? That's not what compassion is. It's the highest served from a perspective of love. You know, the highest good for all, from the best that you can get in this situation, coming from a place of love. That's compassion. Not being a doormat, not being a whipping boy, not being silenced or muted because out of fear. You're not being very nice. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. You want to see not nice? Keep at it. Oh, look at that. That is about belonging, association, acceptance. Make sure that you are comfortable and this is not forced or coerced, okay? That's what this is about. I love this picture. Look at that. It's about fitting in. It's about assimilating, blending in. That you're not... But it's also speaking to, don't blend in so much that you lose yourself to the group, or more importantly, you lose yourself to what everybody else wants, and yet it's not about you anymore. You know, your value in a relationship or relationship shouldn't be about you conforming to what they want. It should be about a meeting of the minds of what you both like about each other or the hobbies or whatever. It's not about the sacrifice of yourself and the denying, you know. It's about finding similarities, yes, but not to the point where you lose yourself or that you have to deny who you are and it has to be all about the other person or they're going to explode. Boundaries, yes. This is both. This right here is talking about assimilating or feeling a sense of belonging and association, but not to the point where it has to be at the expense of yourself. That can't be a condition of acceptance. You know what I mean? And it's talking about boundary issues here. Yep. All right. So Scorpio, that is what I have for you. This is relatively short compared to the others where I just babbled on, but I hope it was helpful. I think this is about you. Well, if you want the harsh truth, I think you were really hoping for that connection with this person, but it seems like they're just not capable, because we've got these, they just can't get out of their own way, and you're giving a lot more than you're getting. And we've got these reverse kings here that speak to a volatility and sort of, at the very least, there might be some withholding of affection or love or communication, and that's just not fair. It's just not. It's punitive, and it's designed to be so, and manipulative and coercion and So you practice that compassion for yourself, and you get those boundaries up to where you don't have to lose yourself to be accepted or to, well, if you really love me, you'd, oh, I hate that. I just think that's so silly and unnecessary and mean and just, it's, what are you, 12? All right, shutting up. Sorry. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that it looks like you're seeing your way out of this. Good for you. You got better things coming than this, okay? Because you're not happy here, and you are allowed to leave when you are not. So, all right, I hope that was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you again for stopping by. Take care.